Namo Vishnu Krishna Krishna Namo Vishnu Krishna 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 Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhu Nityananda Sri Nityananda Hare Sri Vasa Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Shri Advaita, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Prabhu Sadi Gaura, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We'll start. Let me finish this round. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namo Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Namo Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhavaya Cha Patitam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Mukam Karoti Vachala Bhanga Blanda Prabhatamam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Vishnu Om Pavitra Pavitra Sarva Sangata Smare Kundari Kaksham Savaya Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Tadvishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashanti Suri Viva Chakshura Tatam Sadviprasa Vipanyevo Jagraham Samindate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Nanda Pranam all devotees Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvaya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. We have to remember that verse. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvaya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. Meaning, anybody knows the meaning? Vancha Kalpa meaning?
Obeisances to devotees.
Let us offer our humble obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, who are just like a desert trees, who can fulfill all the desires and full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls.
Raju Prabhu King అయిపోయింది మొత్తం recitation అది. Thank you. We are all compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Let us offer our humble obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, who are just like desired trees, who can fulfill all desires, who are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. So thank you so much. You are all wonderful devotees for giving association in the morning time. Thank you so much. So these are prayers, not mechanical recite is no. We have to meditate on the meanings also. That nourishes our bhakti, nourishment. Good. So I'll sing this one. Then we'll start. First, going to say Manamu, Chaitanya Charitamrita Zadin Tarvata. We will have to go back to the discussion. Today is going to be the last day of the discussion. I have some questions I will ask. You all answer, okay? So let us develop. Let us learn from the Q&A. Okay. Then first we'll read sometime. Then later we'll discuss that chart. CC Madhya 20, right? Last Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining the technical topics to Sanatana Goswami. He is humbly, he is sincerely, attentively hearing and understanding intricacies and very, very complete understanding of the Krishna and all these topics. Okay, we'll sing these regular prayers before reciting Chaitanya Charitamrita. CC Adilila 2.3. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vranda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vranda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. All glories to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Sri Nityananda. All glories to Advaita Chandra and all glories to the devotees of Lord Gauranga. Madhavi, please recite this. Hare Krishna Mataji, are you there?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Danda, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please recite this one.
Okay. Panchatattvamakam Krishna. Tune Ade
Regular sloka Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam. Yeah.
Panchatattvamakam Krishnam Bhakta
Atmakam.
Swarupakam.
Tattva Atmakam. Tattva plus Atmakam. Tattvatmakam.
Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam.
Manamantamu Mataji, just here. Jai Sri Panchatattva ki Jai. We say that. And I connected my first deity worship in Laguna Beach. Panchatattva, beautiful ladies. Panchatattva ante this is complete. Ee slide la mottam meaning undanamata. Okay? That's where we have to meditate all the time. Read it.
Okay. Jai Panchatattva. Okay. Let me offer my obeisances unto Lord Sri Krishna, who has manifested himself in 5 features. As a devotee, Bhakta Rupa, expansion of a devotee, Bhakta Swarupakam. Okay. Incarnation of a devotee, Bhakta Avataram, pure devotee, Bhakta Kyakam, and devotional energy, Bhakta Shaktikam. The 5 features. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, Swayam Bhagavan. Sri Nityananda Prabhu is Krishna's first personal expansion as Balrama. And Sri Advaita Acharya is the Mahavishnu and Sadashiva, Harihara. Srivasa Thakura is Krishna's pure devotee, Narada Muni, and symbolizes devotion bhakti. Sri Gadadhara Pandita is the Krishna's internal energy, Srimati Radha Rani, Srimati Lalita Sakhi, Radhini Sakhi.
Ladini Shakti.
Ladhini Shakti. Okay. Purport last lines. This confirms the Vedic Sutra Parashya Shaktir Vividaiva Shruyate. All these Bhakta subjects taken together constitute Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself. అచ్చా ఫస్ట్ ఈ 4 లైన్స్ ని మొత్తం డిస్క్రైబ్ చేసిరు కదా ప్రభుజీ పంచతత్వము ఎవరెవరు అనేది
Bhakta Rupa, Bhakta Swarupakam, Bhakta Avataram, Bhaktakyam, Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. All the Bhakta subject matters constitute together in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna himself. That means Krishna ante ivanni anamata. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ante ivanni. Adi. Very good. Next, anyone?
Nature Charoji.
Jain Prabhu.
Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. O most munificent incarnation, you are Krishna himself, appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Hare Krishna.
ఇది వాడడం ఎవరు వాడతారు క్విక్గా in the 795 before this song, before recitation of this in Madhya, almost like a mad lion, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went on his tour filled with ecstatic love and performing Sankirtana, chanting the Krishna's name as follows is. So the Lord begins his tour of South India, the chapter name. Anybody? Of course, Sapan Prabhu want to do, but
Yeah,
anybody?
I'll do, Prabhu.
Chain.
CC Madhya 7.96, the Lord chanted, Krishna, 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 He. Krishna, 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 He. Krishna, 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 కృష్ణ ఒకసారి పెట్టండి ప్రభు.
చేయండి బ్రో, పాటనే కదా.
కృష్ణ కృష్ణ పాయ్ రక్షామాం కృష్ణ 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 పాయి మాం. That is, oh Lord Krishna, please protect me and maintain me. He also chanted, Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Paimam.
Very good.
That is, oh Lord Rama, descendant of King Raghu, please protect me. Oh Krishna, oh Keshava, killer of the Keshi demon, please protect demon, please maintain me.
Okay, bro. Thank you so much. So now we'll continue with our CC Madhya recitation, 28 chapters. Let me share once these sections. Okkasari. Yeah. So we are in this section 165 to 242, Lord Krishna's Prakasha and Vilasa forms. That's where we are going through the diagrams, the pictorial representation of these topics. 165 to 190, Swayam Rupa, Swayam Prakasha, Tadekatma, Prabhava Vilasa forms. Andike manadi last 2 days back, we spent good time on this, and previously also, last week also some time on this. 191 to 242, Vaibhava Vilasa forms, names of Vishnumurtis as per the weapons in their hands. And this is 243 to 376, Krishna's Swamsha expansions. If you see the pictures we have seen, right? Purusha avatars, Leela avatars, Guna avatars, Manvantara avatars, Yuga avatars, Shakti Avesha avatars. Okay, so that is there. And this is the last section of this chapter. 377 to 406, Krishna's eternal pastimes. Krishna's ages, zodiac example to understand Nitya Leela, the completeness of Krishna. So these are all teachings from Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. To whom? Evarki
Sanatana Goswami.
Sanatana Goswami ki jai. Okay. So we'll continue. 247. Okay. Where is it? 247. Yeah. Actually, we are in this section 243 to 376. Krishna's Swamsha expansions. So that is where in that section is there. So let me share. Okay. Okay. Mother is 2 start చేయండి. రెండు చదవండి. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Who are ready? Lavan, you start with you. 247. Please start.
Yeah, Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Dagat Pranam.
Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 20 chapter 247. बाल्याभोगाण्डहाया विग्रहेर धर्मा एतरूपे लीला करेना ब्रजेन्द्रानन्दना. Translation: Childhood and boy. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: Childhood and boyhood are the typical ages of deity. Krishna, the son of Madhya, pastimes as a child and then as a
వాయిస్
boy.
బ్రేక్ అవుతుందమ్మా, వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది. మంచిగా చెప్పదు కదా. హరే కృష్ణ. హలో, హరే కృష్ణ.
Audible, Hare Krishna?
Now audible. Continue.
Yes, 248. Anantavatara Krishnera Nahika Ganana Saka Chandra Nyaya Kari Digudarshana. Translation: There are innumerable incarnations of Lord Krishna and there is no possibility of counting them. We can simply indicate them by giving the example of the moon and the branches of a tree. Purport: Although the moon appears to be located in the branches of a tree, it is actually situated far away. Similarly, none of the avatars or incarnations of Lord Krishna are within this material world, but they are visible by the causeless mercy of the Lord. we should not consider them to belong to this material world, as stated by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita 9.11. Avajananti mamuda manusham tanamashritam param bhavamajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the supreme lord of all that to be. Avatars descend of their own free will. ఇది చదవనా?
కంటిన్యూ ఫినిష్ చేయండి.
Avatars descend of their own free will, and although they may act like ordinary human beings, they do not belong to this material world. Lord Krishna and his avatars can be understood only by the grace of the Lord. Nayam
కథోపనిషత్తు వస్తుంది.
Nayam atma pravachena labhyo name dayana bahuna shutena yam ye vaishya vrinate yam ye vaishya vrinate yam ye vaishya vrinate te tena labhya tashaisha atma vivrinate tanam. లాస్ట్ ఎట్లా అండి?
తస్యైషాత్మ వివృణోతే తాను కొంచెం గ్యాప్ తీసుకొని బ్రేక్ తీసుకొని
ట్యూన్ వేరేది అనుకుంటా ప్రభుజీ. ఇది నాయం ఆత్మ ప్రవచనైన లభ్యో మేధాయ
నాయం ఆత్మా ప్రవచేన లభ్యో నామే దయానా బహునా శృతేన యం ఏ వైశ్య వృణతే తే తేన లభ్యా తస్యైషాత్మా వివృణతే తనుం స్వాం. The Supreme Lord is not obtained by means of expert explanations, vast intelligence, or even much hearing. He is obtained only by one whom he himself chooses. To such a person he manifests his own form. Atapi te deva padambudatvaya prasadaleshanugrahita eva hi janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno nachanya ekopi chiram vichinvan. Bhagavatam 10.14.29. My Lord, if one is favored by even a slight trace of the mercy of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. But those who speculate to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead are unable to know you. ఒకసారి చదువుతా. My Lord, if one is favored by even a slight trace of the mercy of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. But those who speculate to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead are unable to know you, even though they continue the studying the Vedas for many years. Hare Krishna.
Jnani is not possible. Bhaktas only possible. Bhaktas only invoke the mercy of Supreme Lord. Invoking the mercy by always remembering Krishna, chanting, glorifying. Then Krishna will give the Tesham Satatirthanam
Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yena Mamu Payante. So those who worship me, I'll give the understanding by which they can come to me. He'll give the understanding. Yes.
అది అక్కడ ఉంది పాయింట్ అన్నట్టు. సో అది స్పెక్యులేషన్ అంటే జ్ఞాని ఎంత స్పెక్యులేట్ చేసినా కృష్ణ దొరకడు, బట్ డివోటీస్ కి దొరుకుతాడు. ఓకే ఓకే నెక్స్ట్ హరే కృష్ణ. దీపమాత, ఆర్ యు ఏబుల్ టు రీడ్? Is there? Hare Krishna. Ask to unmute. Let me see.
I'll read and go.
Yeah, okay. Yes, please, Prabhu.
Text 249. Avatara hi asankheya hare sattva nidhirtvija yata vidashina kulyaha sarasaha shu sahasrasa. Translation: O learned Brahmanas, just as hundreds and thousands of small rivulets issue from great reservoirs of water, innumerable incarnations flow from Sri Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the reservoir of all power. Purport: the verse quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam 1.3.26. Text 250. Pratamehi kare Krishna Purushavatara Sehita Purushahaya Trivida Prakara. Translation: in the beginning, Krishna incarnates himself as the Purusha avatars or Vishnu incarnation. These are of three types. Purport. Up to this verse, the many types of expansion have been described. Now the manifestations of Lord different potential will be described. Next 251.
Yes, Tarangush.
Vishnuti Triniru Vishnutu Trinirupani Purusha Sakyani Nayato Viduha Ekam tu Mataha Sastri Vaitam Pananda Samastitam Tritiyam Sarva Bhutastam Tani Natva Vimuchyate. Translation: Vishnu has three forms called Purushas. The first, Mahavishnu, is the creator of total material energy, Mahat. The second is Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, who is situated within each universe. And the third is Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, who lives in the heart of every living being. Who is known, these three becomes liberated from the clutches of Maya. Purport. The verse appears in Lagu Bhagavatamrita, Purvakanda 33, where it has been quoted from the Satvata Tantra. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Explanations, huh? Purushavataras. Okay. Next, Rashmi Mataji, are you able to read now? Or Madhavi Mataji?
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yeah, read now. 252.
अनंत शक्ति मध्य कृष्णे रति न शक्ति प्रधान इच्छा शक्ति ज्ञान शक्ति क्रिया शक्ति नामा. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Krishna has unlimited potencies, out of which three are chief: willpower, the power of knowledge, and the creative energy. इच्छा शक्ति प्रधान कृष्ण इच्छाय सर्व कर्ता ज्ञान शक्ति प्रधान वासुदेव अधिष्ठाता. Translation. The predominator of the willing potency is Lord Krishna, for by his supreme will everything comes into existence. In willing there is a need for knowledge, and that knowledge is expressed through Vasudeva. इच्छा ज्ञान क्रिया विना नाहय सृजन तीने रति न शक्ति मेली प्रपंच रचना. There is no possibility of creation without thinking, feeling, willing, knowledge, and activity. The combination of the supreme will, knowledge, and action brings about the cosmic manifestation. Hare Krishna.
So Krishna's thinking, feeling, willing, the creative potency coming into various universes, various living entities. Of course. Yeah. Sandhya Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Recite.
Kriya Shakti Pradhana Sankashana Balarama Prakrita Srishti Karena Nirmana. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Sankarsana is Lord Balarama. Being the predominator of the creative energy, he creates both the material and spiritual world. Ahankarera adistata Krishnera ichaya Goloka Vaikunta Sri Jai Chakti Dwaraya. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. That original Sankarshana, Lord Balarama, is the cause of both the material and spiritual creation. He is the predominating deity of egotism, and by the will of Krishna and the power of the spiritual energy, he creates the spiritual world, which consists of the planet Goloka Vrindavana and the Vaikunta planets. Yadyapi Asrijya Nitya Chichakti Vilasa Tatapi Sankarshana Ichaya Tahara Prakasha. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Although there is no question of creation as far as the spiritual world is concerned, the spiritual world is nonetheless manifested by the supreme will of Sankarshana. The spiritual world is the abode of the pastimes of the eternal spiritual energy.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Ravi.
Yeah, Mataji.
सहस्रपत्रं कमलं सहस्रपत्रं कमलं गोकुलाख्यं महत्पदं तत्कार्णिकारं तद्धाम तद् अनन्तं स संभवम्. Translation. Gokula, the supreme abode and a planet, appears like a lotus flower that has 1,000 petals. The whole of the lotus is the abode of the Supreme Lord, Krishna. This lotus-shaped supreme abode is created by the will of Lord Ananta. Purport this verse is quoted from the Brahma Samhita 5.2. Maya dware srejatine brahmandera ghana jada rupa prakrutina brahmanda karana. Translation. By the agency of the material energy, the same Lord Sankarshana creates all the universes. The dull material energy known in modern language as nature is not the cause of the material universe. Jada haite सृष्टिना हे ईश्वरा शक्ति विन ताहा तेयि संकर्षण कार्य शक्तिराताने. Translation. Without the Supreme Personality of Godhead's energy, dull matter can't create the cosmic manifestation. Its power doesn't arise from the material energy itself, but is endowed by Sankarshan.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you for sharing.
Rashmi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Okay. Sapan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. ईश्वर शक्ति सृष्टि कर ये प्रकृति लौह येन अग्नि शक्ति पाया दाह शक्ति. Translation. Dull matter alone cannot create anything. The material energy produces the creation by the power of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Iron itself has no power to burn, but when iron is placed in fire, it is empowered to burn.
Yeah.
एतौ हि विवस्य चाबीजयोनि रामो मुकुन्द पुरुषप्रधानम् अन्वीयभूतेषु विलक्षणस्य ज्ञानस्य चेता इमौ पुराणौ. Translation. Balrama and Krishna are the original, efficient, and material causes of the material world. As Mahavishnu and material energy, they entered into the material elements and create the diversities by multi-energies. Thus, they are the cause of all causes. This verse is quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.46.31. सृष्टि हेतु यही मूर्ति प्रपंचे अवतारे सेई ईश्वरा मूर्ति अवतारा नामाधारे. Translation. The form of the Lord that descends into the material world to create is called an avatara or incarnation. Hare Krishna.
Jai Hare Krishna. Prabhu, Unnara? Lalitman Prabhu? Lalitman Prabhu? Otherwise, I will read. 264, this is Madhya 20.264. Mayatita paravyome sabara avasthana vishve avatari dhare avatara nama. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All the expansions of Lord Krishna are actually residents of the spiritual world. But when they descend into the material world, they are called incarnations, avatars. Text 265. Sei maya avalokite Sri Sankarshana Purusha Rupe Avatirna Haila Prathama. To glance over that material energy and empower Lord Sankarshana first incarnates as Lord Mahavishnu. Ade. So, diagram lo chusnam kada. Okay. Text 266. Jagre Paurusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahad Adibihi Sambhutam Shodashakalam Adau Loka Shisrikshaya. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In the beginning of the creation, the Lord expanded himself in the form of Purusha incarnation, accompanied by all the ingredients of the material creation. All the ingredients means earth, water, fire. First, he created the 16 principal energies suitable for creation. This was for the purpose of manifesting the material universes. Purport. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 1.3.1. For an explanation, refer to Adilila chapter 5, verse 64. So Prabhupada explained in the Adilila chapter 5, 84. Okay. Duplicate, you can refer anywhere later. ఇంకొకసారి చదువుదాము 1 to 2 verses like that, and then we can stop and discuss that. Yeah. Hey, now help yourself. Who wants to do first? Or you want to do Lavanya, Haribol?
Hare Krishna. Text 267. आद्योऽवतारा पुरुषा परस्य काल स्वभावा सदसन्मनश्च द्रव्यं विकारो गुण इन्द्रियाणि विराट् स्वरास्ताश्नुचरेष्णुभुम्ना. Translation. Karanabdishayi, it's a Karanodakasayi. Vishnu or Mahavishnu is the first incarnation of the Supreme Lord, and he is the master of eternal time, space, cause and effect, the mind, the elements, the material ego, the modes of nature, the senses, the universal form of the Lord. Garbhodakasai Vishnu is the sum total of all living beings, both moving and non-moving. The purport is from, this is the quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 2.6.42. For an explanation, refer Adi Leela, chapter 5, verse number 83.
Yeah, next also.
Purusha Virajate Karene Shayana Karanabdishaye Nama Jagatu Karana. Translation. That original personality of Godhead named Sankarshana first lies down in the river Viraja, which serves as a border between the material and spiritual world. And Karanabdishai Vishnu, he is the original cause of this material creation. Yeah.
Very good. Nice. Next, who wants to do? 269, 270. Hare Krishna. Mother is?
I will read, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Karanabdi parimaya nitya avistiti avastiti virajara pare para homo nahi gati. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Viraja or casual ocean is the border between the spiritual and material world. The material energy is situated on one shore of that ocean, and it cannot enter onto the other shore, which is the spiritual sky. Pravartate yatarajastamastayo sattvam cha mishram na cha kaila vikrama na yatra maya kimuta pariharir anuvrata yatra surachitaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In the spiritual world, there is neither the mode of passion, the mode of ignorance, nor a mixture of both, nor is there adulterated goodness, the influence of time or Maya herself. Only the pure devotees of the Lord, who are worshipped both by demigods and by demons, reside in the spiritual world as the Lord's associates. Purport. This verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 2.9.10 was spoken by the Srila Sukadeva Goswami. He was answering the questions of Parikshit Maharaja, who asked how the living entity falls down into the material world. Sukadeva Goswami explained the cream of Srimad Bhagavatam in 4 verses, which had been explained to Lord Brahma at the end of the severe austerities he performed for 1000 celestial years. At that time, Brahma was shown the spiritual world and its transcendental nature.
So what are the 4 verses, Mataji? I mean, what we call that one? Cream of Srimad Bhagavatam. Cream of Srimad Bhagavatam in 4 verses. Or essence of Srimad Bhagavatam in 4 verses. ఏమంటారు మనం వాటిని పేర్లు?
చతుర్శ్లోకి
అంతే.
భాగవతం.
చతుశ్లోకి బాగుంది. చతుశ్లోకి బాగుంది. చతుశ్లోకి భగవద్గీత లాగా చతుశ్లోకి భాగవతం. నంబర్ గుర్తుందా ఎవరికన్నా? హరిబోల్ 29
29, 31, 32, 33, 34, I think. Yeah.
29, 33 అనుకుంటా ప్రభు. 33, 34, 35, 36. ప్రభు 33 అయితే కంపల్సరీ ప్రభు.
Yeah,
అటు ఇటు ముందు వెనక్కి వెళ్దాం.
28 to 32.
36.
అచ్చా. Let us.
33.
ఇస్కాన్ అనుకుంటాము. గుర్తుంది 29 అయితే కరెక్టే చాప్టర్ అండ్ క్యాంటో, బట్ గుర్తున్నది ఒక్కసారి. దట్స్ వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అవర్ ప్రాబ్లం. ఎస్బి ఇక్కడ దొరుకుతుంది చెప్పండి. 33, 34, 35, 36. ఓకే, 29, 33, 34, 35, 36. చదువు శ్లోకి భాగవతంకి చేయి. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ మాతాజీ. నెక్స్ట్ ఎవరు చదువుతారు? నెక్స్ట్ హరిబోల్ లలిత్ కుమార్ ప్రభు చదవలేక చదవండి.
ప్రభు. మాయార ఏదు ఈ వృత్తి మాయార ప్రధాన మాయా నిమిత్త హేతు విశ్వేశ్వర ఉపాదాన ప్రధాన. Translation: Maya has two functions. One is called Maya and the other is called Pradhana. Maya refers to efficient cause and Pradhana refers to ingredients that create the cosmic manifestation. Now you all remember na Pradhana. we have discussed for about one week, I guess, sir.
యా, ఈ రోజు క్వశ్చన్ అండ్ ఆన్సర్ ఉంది ప్రభు. చూద్దాం.
Any remembrance? Even if you don't remember, it's okay, because you will come across these things only further.
నో ప్రాబ్లం. మనం మల్టిపుల్ గా రిఫర్ చేయాలి, జస్ట్ లైక్ లూప్స్ ఆఫ్ కన్వర్జేషన్ ఆఫ్ భాగవతం. ఓకే, చదవండి ప్రభు.
Yeah, for a further explanation, see Adilila chapter 5 verse 58.
ప్రభుపాద ఆల్రెడీ ఇచ్చింది అనమాట అక్కడ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ముందే, ఎందుకంటే అక్కడనే వచ్చింది ఈ టాపిక్స్, అందుకే ఈ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ దేర్ ఓన్లీ. ఓకే, 272 కంటిన్యూ.
శ్రీ పురుష మాయా పానే కరే అవధాన ప్రకృతి క్షోభిత కరి కరి వీర్యేర ఆధాన. Translation: When the Supreme Personality of Godhead glances over the material energy, she becomes agitated. At that time, the Lord injects the original semen of the living entities. Okay, purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In the Bhagavad Gita 7.10, Krishna says, Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam, I am the original seed of all existences. This is also confirmed in another verse in the Bhagavad Gita 14.4. Sarvayonishu Kaunteya Murtaya Shambhavanti Yaha Tasam Brahma Mahadyonir Aham Bija Pradapita. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father. For a further explanation, one may refer to Brahma Samhita, chapter 5, verses 10 to 13. The Brahma Samhita also states 5.51. Agnir Mahi Gaganamambu Marutishascha Kalastathatma Manasiti Jagatrayani Yasmad Bhavanti Vibhavanti Vishanti Yam Cha Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. ప్రభు పెద్దగా ఉంది పర్పట్, ఇంకో ఎవరైనా చదువుతారు ప్రభు? లేకపోతే
చేయండి మీరు అప్పని లేదు చదవండి. ఫినిష్ 2 పారాగ్రాఫ్.
ఓకే. All material elements as well as the spiritual sparks that are the individual souls are emanating from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is confirmed by Vedanta Sutra 1.1. Janmadhyayasya yatah. The absolute truth is He from whom everything emanates. He is the supreme truth. Satyam Param Dhimahi. Bhagavatam 1.1.1. The absolute ultimate truth is Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadhyasya yata. Janmadhyayasya yatonvayaditarataschakteshvabhignasvarat. The absolute truth is a person who is directly and indirectly cognizant of entire cosmic manifestation. Bhagavatam 1.1.1. The absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, educated Lord Brahma from the heart. Bhagavatam 1.1.1. Tene Brahma Hridayadi Kavaye. Therefore, the absolute truth cannot be dull matter. The absolute truth must be the Supreme Person Himself. Seyi Purusha Maya Pane Kare Avadhanu. Simply by his glance, material nature is impregnated with all living entities. According to their karma and fruitive activity, they emerge in different bodies. That is the explanation given by Bhagavad Gita 2.13. Dehinosmin yata dehi kaumaram yauvanam jara tata dehantara praptir dhirastatra namuhyati. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change.
Jai, thank you, Babu. Rashmi Mataji, మీరు చదవలే, you haven't read Haribol. Are you there? Okay. Okay, one more time, one last time. Hare Krishna Mataji, Rashmi Mataji. Message పెట్టారు 40 minutes. Maybe today hearing on it's okay, leave it. Okay, another 4 minutes ఒకసారి చదువుదాము, then we will discussion, okay? Let me see. Anybody likes to read, recite?
I would like to read.
Yeah.
स्वांग विशेषाभास रूपे प्रकृति स्पर्शना जीव रूप बीजताते कैलासम समर्पणा. To impregnate with the seeds of the living entities, the Lord himself does not directly touch the material energy, but by his specific functional expansion, he touches the material energy, and thus the living entities who are his parts and parcels are impregnated into the material nature. According to Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Mamaivamsho jivaloke jivabhuta sanatana manashasthani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. In the present verse of Chaitanya Charitamrita, the word Prakriti Sparshana refers to the Lord's glancing over material nature and placing the living entities in contact with dull matter. The glancing is performed by Mahavishnu, Sa Aikshatalokan Nushrija iti. Aitareya Upanishad 1.1.1. In the conditioned stage, we impregnate according to the bodily conception, that is, sexual intercourse, but the Supreme Lord does not need sexual intercourse to impregnate. The impregnation is performed simply by his glance. This is also explained in Brahma Samhita 5.32. Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti pashyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadujjvala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govinda can impregnate simply by glancing. In other words, his eyes can work as his genitals. He does not need genitals to beget a child. Indeed, Krishna can beget any one of the living entities with any parts of the body. The word Swanga Vishesha Bhasa Rupe, indicating the form by which the Lord begets living entities in the material world, is explained herein. He is Lord Shiva. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that Lord Shiva, who is another form of Mahavishnu, is like yogurt. Yogurt is nothing but milk, yet it is not milk. Similarly, Lord Shiva is considered the father of this universe, and the material nature is considered the mother. The father and mother are known as Lord Shiva and Goddess Durga. Together, Lord Shiva's genitals and the vagina of Goddess Durga are worshipped as the Shivalinga. This is the origin of the material creation. Thus, Lord Shiva's position is between that of living entity and that of the Supreme Lord. In other words, Lord Shiva is neither the Supreme Personality of Godhead nor a living entity. He is the form through which the Supreme Lord works to beget living entities within this material world. As yogurt is prepared when milk is mixed with a culture, the form of Lord Shiva expands when the Supreme Personality of Godhead is in touch with material nature. The impregnation of material nature by the Father, Lord Shiva, is wonderful because at one time innumerable living entities are conceived. Bhago jiva savijnaya sachanantyaya kalpate. Shvetashvatar Upanishad 5.9. These living entities are very, very small. Kesha केशाग्रशतभागस्य शतांश सदृशात्मकः जीवः सूक्ष्मस्वरूपोऽयं संख्यातीतो हि चित्कणः. If we divide the tip of the hair into 100 parts and then take one of these parts and divide it again into 100 parts, that very fine division is the size of but one of the numberless living entities. They're all chitkana, particles of spirit, not matter. The innumerable Brahmandas or universe come from the pores of Lord's body, and innumerable living entities also come from the pores of transcendental body of the Lord. This is the process of material creation. Without the living entities, this material nature has no value. Both emanate from the pores of transcendental body of Lord Mahavishnu. They are different energies. The material nature is explained as follows by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 7.4. भूमिरापो नलो वायु खं मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकार इति यम्मे भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Altogether, these 8 constitute my separated material energies. Thus, the material elements also come from the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but they are a different type of energy from the living entities. Although the living entities also come from the Lord's body, they are categorized as a superior energy. अपरेयमितस्त्वन्यां प्रकृतिं विद्धि मे परां जीवभूतां महाबाहो ययेदं धार्यते जगत्. Besides this inferior nature, O mighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mine, which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resources of the material inferior nature. Bhagavad Gita 7.5. The inferior energy, matter, cannot act without the superior energy. All these things are very clearly explained in the Vedas. The materialistic theory that life develops from matter is incorrect. Life and matter come from the supreme living entity, therefore being the source of both. That supreme living entity, Krishna, is described in the Vedanta Sutra as Janmadyasya Yataha 1.1, or the original source of everything, Sarva Karana Karanam. This is further explained in the following verse. Hare Krishna.
Very big purport. Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji. Mataji. Listen, Guru Narayana.
योनौ परा उमा आदर्शवीर्यं महत्तत्त्वं हि हिरण्मयम्. Translation. It is beyond memory. After agitating the material nature into 3 qualities, the Supreme Personality of Godhead placed the semen of innumerable living entities within the womb of the material nature. Thus, material nature gave birth to the total material energy known as the Hiranyamaya Mahatattva, the original symbolic representation of the cosmic manifestation. Purport. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 3.26.19. Lord Kapila is explaining to his mother the relationship between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and material nature. He is informing her how the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the original cause of the living entities who are conditioned by material nature. Over and above the 28 elements of the material created is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the cause of all the causes. Life comes not from matter, but from life itself. As explained in the Vedas, Nityo Nityanam Chetananam Kathopanishad 2.2.13. The Supreme Lord is the original source of life.
Prabhupada, small book undi. Anybody knows, right? No, right? Life comes from?
Life.
Life comes from life. Not matter. Very well. Okay. Next, Saban Prabhu chesara, and we will stop here.
Yes, in Chadwale second round.
Chadwan Prabhu, yeah. Chadwan. Kala Vruttayatu. Chadwan. Kala Vruttayatu Maya.
Vruttayatu Mayayam Punamayam Adoksajaha Purusenatma Bhutena Viryam adatta viryavan. Translation: In due course of time, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Mahavaikuntanatha, by the agency of an expression of his personal self, Mahavishnu, placed the seed of the living entities within the womb of material nature. Purport. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 3.5.26. This verse tells how the living entities come in contact with material nature. Just as a woman cannot beget children without uniting with a man, material nature cannot beget living entities without being in union with Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is a history of how the Absolute Lord becomes the father of all living entities. In every system of religion, it is accepted that God is the Supreme Father of all living entities. According to Christianity, the Supreme Father, God, provides the living entities with all of life's necessities. Therefore, they pray, "Give us this day our daily bread." Any religion that does not accept the Supreme Lord as the Absolute Father is called Kaitava Dharma, or a cheating religion. Such religious systems are rejected in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.2. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramo nirmatsaranam saram. Although only an atheist does not accept the omnipotent Supreme Father. If one accepts the omnipotent Supreme Father, he abides by his orders and becomes a religious person. Prabhuji, the 1.1.2 నేను ట్రై చేయాలి సైట్
సైడ్ చేస్తారా?
నాకు వచ్చు ఆల్రెడీ.
చేయండి వితౌట్ లుకింగ్.
ప్రోజిత కైతవోత్ర పరమో నిర్మత్సరాణం సతాం వేద్యం వాస్తవం అత్ర వస్తు శివదం తాపత్రయోన్మూలనం శ్రీమద్భాగవతే మహాముని కృతే కిం వా పరైరీశ్వరా సద్యో హృదయుద్యతేత్ర కృతిభి శుశ్రూషిభిస్తచ్చనాత్. హరే కృష్ణ.
Very good, Prabhu. Very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you for your interest and happiness in reciting. Hari Bol. We'll stop here, devotees. Thank you so much for reciting and reading and understanding Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 20, Instructions to Sanatana Goswami by Supreme Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you so much. So now the same questions. కొన్ని questions takadaga discuss చేసుకుందాం. Then we will recite one verse of one verse from Narayana Kavacha 6.8.23. We will continue next set of verses, 11 verses ఉన్నాయి. So చెప్పండి, what is Swamsha? I will show you picture, okay? We are not there, okay? Let me share anyway. By looking at picture also, please discuss, okay? I'm sharing here. What is the Swamsha in this diagram?
Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Swamsha direct అడుగుతున్నాయి. Swamsha అంటే ఇప్పుడు డిస్క్రైబ్ చేయాలంటే all the way we have to go from the beginning, Madhya. That's why I am starting with Swamsha. What is Swamsha? How do we come? ఇంతకుముందు వరుసలలో we got that, right? Purusha Avataras, Leela Avatara, Guna Avatara, Yuga Avatara, Manvanta Avatara, Shakti Avesha Avataras. So చెప్పండి, what is Swamsha?
Personal expansions of the Lord.
Madhya?
Personal expansions of the Lord, Prabhuji.
You can check the arrows. I mean, I'm gonna scroll up and down. You can check. You can talk also. How Swamsha coming into play? Who is that? From whom Swamsha avatars or personal expansions coming into play? From whom?
Expansion of Sankarshana.
Sankarshana.
Which of you have? First Chaturvyuha?
Second quadruple.
Second quadruple. Sankarshana. Okay. Then that second quadruple also come from whom?
Second quadruple. Narayana Prabhuji.
Vaikuntha Nayak.
Vaikuntha.
He is situated in the Vaikuntha. Lord Narayana. Okay. Okay. What are the two kinds of vilasas?
Prabhava
Two
Vilasa, Vibhava Vilasa.
చూడండి పిక్చర్ చూసి చెప్పండి. ఓకే, what are the two kinds of vilasas?
Prabhava
Prabhava
Vilasa,
Vilasa, Vaibhava Vilasa.
These two come from which form of which expansion of Supreme Lord, which form of which personal or emotional feelings of Supreme Lord. These two vilasas coming into play.
Swayam
Vilasa, Vaibhava Vilasa, come from whom? Come from
Swayam
which
Prakasha.
form? Arrows చూడండి arrows. నేను డౌన్ arrow చూస్తున్నారు బట్ అప్ arrow అసలు బిగినింగ్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అయింది డౌన్ arrow చూస్తే అర్థమైపోతుంది.
Vaibhava Prakash.
No,
Swayam Prakasha.
no, it's because see, this one is there, right? Two types of vilasas there, okay? Now vilasa and Vaibhava Vilasa. There's two come from
Tadekatma Rupa.
Tadekatma Rupa. In that Tadekatma Rupa also there is some division is there actually. That Vaibhava Vilasa also come from which either first quadruple or second quadruple expansion.
First quarter will
Sankarshana.
First quadruple Sankarshana, yes. That Vaibhava Vilasa. Okay, from Vaibhava Vilasa only we see the Supreme Lord Narayana, the Swam, and the Dvitiya Chaturvyuha come. And from there, the Swamsha, all the 6 avatars, 6 various types of avatars coming into play. So we got this point, no? So, so what is Prabhava Prakasha? What is Prabhava Prakasha? And come from which Prakasha? And this is where it is situated. చూడండి పిక్చర్
గోకుల ప్రభుజీ వృందావన్
గోలోక్ బృందావన్
గోలోక వృందావన్
గోకుల ఎస్పెషల్లీ దట్
స్వయం రూప ఇట్ విల్ కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ స్వయం రూప ప్రభుజీ స్వయం ప్రకాశ
స్వయం రూప ఫ్రమ్ స్వయం రూప that is the personality of supreme personality of Godhead, he himself. From him only all these various expansions. Swayam Prakasha. In that Swayam Prakasha, what exactly is all about Prabhava Prakasha? ఏముంటది అసలు ప్రాభవ ప్రకాశ అంటే ఏం ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఉంది ఇక్కడ? అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ సపరేట్, ఓకే? ఈ మిగతాదంతా కూడా ఏంటిది వైభవ ప్రకాశ నుంచే ఉంది. ఆ క్వాడ్రపుల్ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్స్ ఫస్ట్ సెకండ్ అన్ని కూడా వైభవ ప్రకాశ నుంచే ఉంది ప్రకాశ, ఓకే? దెన్ వాట్ ఈస్ ప్రాభవ ప్రకాశ? బై లుకింగ్ ఎట్ దిస్ వాట్ వీఆర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్, అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ సపరేట్ దిస్ Krishna's supremacy and Krishna's pleasure potency experienced through these two various pastimes we see, right? ఏం చెప్తున్నారు ఇక్కడ?
అంటే he expand into same one form, but
అదే ప్రాభవ ప్రకాశం అవుతుంది, his own expansions only, but that is specific to it is not from this prakasha there is no more expansions or nothing. This is only separated. That's why it's topmost leelas. Hare Krishna. Me able to read now, Prabhuji. No, Mata reading కాదు, Q&A, question and answer asking. అయిపోయింది, చదవడం అయిపోయింది. Time is also running out. So I'm asking questions. So what is Prabhava Prakasha? That is a question. By looking at this picture, tell us. What is Prabhava Prakasha? చూడండి ఇక్కడ ఏముంది, ఏం రాసింది అక్కడ?
Actually, he expand himself into the many forms, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Example,
Prabhuji.
Rasa dance and in Dwaraka, he with 16,108 with queens. But it,
200.
And that is completely
is the only one.
it is a personal form only, Prabhuji. Like it is a not a kingly form or something like that. It is like Swayam Rupa form only.
And Swayam Prakasha is more expansions. Okay? That's where it is. And what is Vaibhava Prakasha is the only key point. We are situated in the material world means it's part of Vaibhava Prakasha. As we are situated, all of us situated in this material world means Krishna's another expansion from the Golok Vrindavan, from Swayam Prakasha only, it came Vaibhava Prakasha. Vaibhava Prakasha. What is Vaibhava Prakasha? So he wanted to experience different things. creative potency, creative emotion, emotional experiences with all different incarnations. He wanted to kill all the demons with the different forms. ఇవన్నీ కూడా వైభవ ప్రకాష్ కిందకే వస్తాయి. Is form differently manifested according to different, what is it? The point.
Emotions.
Emotional features. Emotional features. Okay. From there only Vaibhava Prakasha only Tadekatma Rupa. Actually, two rupas. If we see, two rupas. Swayam Rupa and Tadekatma Rupa అని చెప్పి చదివాం కదా. Swayam Rupa means Krishna himself. From Swayam Rupa, Swayam Prakasha, that is the Prabhava Prakasha coming into play. That means his own, this is topmost experiences. He expanded into many forms and they
అంటే
felt
ప్రభావ ప్రకాశ యూనిక్ అని చెప్పొచ్చు ప్రభు అక్కడ
ఇక్కడ
ప్రభావ ప్రకాశ
unique. Unique means is a part of Swayam Rupa Krishna himself only. Of course, in that way, if we see, and it is always eternally these pastimes happening, Prabhava Prakasha. And of course, all the creations also, ఎప్పుడు నిత్యలీల అంటారు కదా కృష్ణని నిత్యలీల, all the times, these but technical terms anyway. Yeah, from this there is no expansions and there is no this, this thing. That's where you want Vaibhava Prakasha, Krishna Vaishwarya Bhavam, Vaikuntha planets and and reverence. But this is more personal thing, okay? Krishna himself wanted to have personal experience with personal with his devotees. All the 16,000 wives, all the unlimited gopas and gopis, that Madhurya Bhavam, part of Prabhava Prakasha. Vaibhava Prakasha means awe and reverence. Krishna is the creator of this entire universe. Is Krishna, that is the thing. Okay? And I want to have experience different emotions. In all the first primary rasas there are another seven secondary rasas there. He wanted to experience the seven secondary rasas in this one, in this Vaibhava Prakasha. Correct me if anybody wants to say, okay? And Tadekatma Rupa come from Vaibhava Prakasha. Okay? Vaibhava Prakasha. With these terms defined in this chapter only. Okay? Lord Krishna's divine form, Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, 28th chapter. There only all these discussions happened. Okay? Swayam Rupa, Tadekatma Rupa. Who is telling this to whom? Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling to Sanatana Goswami. Okay. So first quadruple expansion come from which Rupa or which Vilasa?
Tadek Atma Rupa.
And second quadruple expansions come from
Lord Narayana.
ఇది ఎప్పుడు మనము చూస్తూనే ఉండాలి ఈ పిక్చర్. ఇది వీ హ్యావ్ టు మెడిటేట్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ వీక్లీ వన్స్ అన్న చూసుకోవాలి టు అండర్స్టాండ్. ఇప్పుడు మనం చాప్టర్ చదువుతున్నాం కాబట్టి వీఆర్ స్పెండింగ్ గుడ్ టైమ్ ఆన్ దిస్. బట్ దట్స్ వర్ ద బ్యూటీ, గ్రేట్, ద డివోటీస్ ఆర్ వెరీ నైస్, సో నైస్లీ పుట్టింగ్ ఇన్ టు అండర్స్టాండింగ్, ఈజీలీ అండర్స్టాండ్. Okay, so ఈ గుణావతారాస్ come from not only గుణావతారాస్. One critical point here. Let me ask this question. Swamsha. Okay, and there is a so this from Sankarshan only Swamsha coming into play. And if you see Avesha, right? Color code is here, na? Avesha. And if you see here, one second. See, Swamsha and Avesha, two different things, okay? Two different things that is come from second quadruple expansions of Sankarshana. Okay? First Swamsha is talks about the creative potency, then the entire creation, the material universes come from Mahavishnu, from his pores, skin pores, and then each universe the Garbhodakashayi Vishnu is situated, and then in each of the universe the all pervading feature of the super soul Kshiradakashayi Vishnu is situated. That is the Swamsha expansion. That is also come from Sankarshana. We have gone to in the previous these verses. All the creative potency and all these Prabhava forms all come from, we can understand that way. The Vaibhava forms come from Sankarshana only. I mean, different sections there, but ultimately Sankarsana, through Sankarsana form only, all this creative potency coming into play. And here also, and this is called Purusha avatars. The remaining 5 avatars come from Avesha. Avesha. What are they? These are the things. Sadhvand anybody? Avesha. This is also from Sankarsana only. Okay. What are the Avesha? What is saying?
Prabhu.
Correction.
Correction, Prabhu.
చెప్పండి.
ఈ ఆవేశ అనేది యాక్చువల్లీ ఆవేశ అవతారాలు ఉంటాయి కదా, దానికి స్పెసిఫిక్ ప్రభు అది. ఓకే, సి ఇన్ మెటీరియల్ వరల్డ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఫార్మ్ కృష్ణ టేక్స్ ఈస్ త్రూ స్వాంస. అది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, అది బండ గుర్తు ఎప్పుడు. ఇన్ మెటీరియల్ వరల్డ్ జనరల్లీ స్వాంస విల్ కమ్. ఓకే, స్వాంస విల్ హ్యావ్ డిఫరెంట్ manifestations. That manifestation is 1 Purusha Avtaras, 2nd is Leela Avtaras, 3rd is Guna Avtaras, 4th Yuga Avtaras, 5th Manvantra Avtaras, 6th is Shakti Avesha Avtaras. Means Shakti Avesha means here it is a living entity, but the power is God's.
అదే ప్రభు, ఇంకో క్వశ్చన్ నాకు అర్థం కదా, గుడ్ పాయింట్. ఇప్పుడు ఈ యారోస్ చూడండి, ఇప్పుడు అవర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ ఇస్ కరెక్ట్, ద ఆవేశ ఆల్సో కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ సంఘర్షణ.
Yeah, in material world whatever it happens generally it comes from swamsa.
Okay, sankarshana. Okay.
That is swamsa. Yes.
Acha, okay. One last question, it will take some more time. Okay, what is the difference between Swayam Bhagavan Krishna and Vasudeva Krishna? ఇది లాస్ట్ టైం డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాం కదా, చెప్పండి. ఎప్పుడెప్పుడు ఎవరెవరు వస్తారు, ఏ టైంలో వస్తారు?
వండే బ్రహ్మలో స్వయం భగవాన్ వస్తాడు, మిగతా అన్ని యుగాలలో ద్వాపర యుగంలో కృష్ణుడు వస్తాడు చూడండి. ఆ కృష్ణ ఇస్ ద వాసుదేవ కృష్ణ. ఓన్లీ వండే బ్రహ్మలో స్వయం భగవాన్ వస్తాడు.
మొత్తం ఫుల్ తయారైంది కదా రాజు ప్రభు.
వన్ డే ఆఫ్ బ్రహ్మలో ఒక్కసారి వస్తాడు ప్రభు కృష్ణుడు.
ఒక్కసారి వస్తాడు.
అదే ఒక్కసారి వస్తాడు.
అండ్ రిమైనింగ్ వన్ డే ఆఫ్ బ్రహ్మలో ఒక్కసారి వస్తుంది. దేర్ ఆర్ హౌ మెనీ యుగా సైకిల్స్ దేర్ ఇన్ వన్ కంప్లీట్ బ్రహ్మాస్ లైఫ్ టైం? ఇన్ వన్ డే ఆఫ్ బ్రహ్మ, one day Brahma ante in his day and in his night. Okay, so how many cycles coming into play? The time any divya yugalu vastayi,
1000 divya yugalu vastayi.
Divya yuga, then what is the divya yuga time frame? Anybody knows?
45 lakh something. 4 yugas
నాలుగు యుగాల టైం కలిపితే
అరౌండ్ 40 plus lakhs of
సింపుల్. ఇగో కలియుగ టైం ఏముంటుంది ప్రభుజీ? 4,32,000. 4,32,000 అండ్ ఇంటూ 10 వేసుకోవాలి. ఎందుకు 10 వేసుకోవాలి చెప్పండి? ఇవన్నీ కలిపితే అంతే వస్తుంది.
ద్వాపర యుగం 2 times, అది 3 times, అది 4 times,
మొత్తం కలిపి 10 అయింది. ఏంటంటే 43, 20, blah blah blah, those number of devotee, the number of zeros. Okay, ఇది 71 ఏంది? we will frequently talk about 71, right?
71 మంత్రాలు ఉంటాయి వన్ డే బ్రహ్మలో. సార్ 71.
No, Prabhuji, one manvantara is 71 Divya Yugas. Like that, 14 manvantaras. So 14 into 71 is about some 900 change, which is near to that 1,000.
Yeah, another
994. That is 994, but we call it as 1,000.
Yeah.
That's a very good discussion, Prabhu. Let it go. కొంచెం ఎక్కింది మనుషులు, కొంచెం ఎక్కింది డివోటీస్ మొత్తం అందరికి గుర్తున్నాయి ప్రభు. ఐఎమ్ వెరీ హ్యాపీ. Not because I am telling, but they are showing the interest and all. That is important.
అది మళ్ళీ మాట్లాడుకోవాల్సిందే. ఇది ఒక రోజులో వచ్చేది కాదు, బట్ వెరీ టెక్నికల్ టర్మ్స్. ఇది ఎక్కడ చెప్పారు ప్రభు. వీఆర్ వెరీ ఫార్చునేట్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ దిస్, very in detail intricacy of Krishna's creative potency, expansions and different technical terms we see. Beauty.
Prabhu, you know why it is happening like this, Prabhu? Because our goal is not to finish this. Our goal is to read this. That's it. Through our lifetime, whether it will get finished or not, we will read that shit.
Correct. And we frequently go through with this document, Prabhu. And thank you so much for all the.
So ఇప్పటికి ఏంటంటే ప్రభు, ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ లో మనం గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే, ఐ జస్ట్ వాంటెడ్ టు టెల్ స్వయం తదేకాత్మ రూప స్వాంస.
మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి
సరే
చూపిస్తా ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగండి
ఉమ్.
అందరికి ఒకసారి మళ్ళా వినండి డివోటీస్ ప్లీజ్ వాట్ ప్రభుజీ సేయింగ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఎందుకంటే యాక్చువల్గా సిసి మధ్య 20 చాప్టర్ మొత్తం మెయిన్ గా డిస్కస్ చేసేది ఇదే. చెప్పండి ఇప్పుడు మన
కాదు
వరుసగా
మనం
వరుసగా
ఇప్పటి నుంచి స్వయం భగవాన్ స్వయం భగవాన్ స్వయం భగవాన్ అంటాం కదా, యాక్చువల్లీ మనం అన్నేస్తాం కానీ మనకు తెలియదు అది ఏందో అనేది.
ఉమ్,
సో అదే సనతన గోస్వామి కరెక్ట్ గా చెప్తాడనమాట చైతన్య మహాప్రభు.
ఉమ్,
ఏంటంటే స్వయం అంటే గోలోకంలో ఏదైతే ఎప్పుడు ఏ పని చేయకుండా ఓన్లీ డివోటీస్ తో ఆడుకుంటాడో ఆయన స్వయం అంటే. ఓకే,
ఉమ్,
తదేకాత్మ అంటే అక్కడి నుంచి పాస్ట్ టైం స్టార్ట్ అవుతాయి అనమాట, విలాస స్టార్ట్ అవుద్ది. కిందకి రండి ప్రభు కొంచెం. స్వయం రూప ఎక్కడ ఉంటది? ఆయన ఎప్పుడు గోలోకంలోనే ఉంటాడు.
ఉమ్,
తదేకాత్మ నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటంటే తదేకాత్మ గుర్తుపెట్టుకో, వి షుడ్ రిమెంబర్ తదేకాత్మ. వాట్ ఈస్ తదేకాత్మ ఫర్? ఫ్రమ్ దేర్ ద పాస్ట్ టైమ్ స్టార్ట్. ఓకే, అండ్ ఇన్ తదేకాత్మ దేర్ ఆర్ 2, ప్రాభవ విలాస, వైభవ విలాస. ప్రాభవ విలాస నుంచేమో ఫస్ట్ క్వాడ్రపుల్ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్ వస్తుంది. అందులో ఉన్న సంకర్షణ నుంచి మళ్ళీ వైభవ విలాసం వస్తుంది అనమాట. వైభవ విలాసం అంటే ఏంటంటే మొత్తం ఆ పాస్ట్ టైం అంతా వైభవంగా ఉంటుంది అనమాట. హీ ఆల్వేస్ బిహేవ్స్ అస్ ఎ కింగ్. ఇది స్పిరిచువల్ వరల్డ్ భాగవతం మొత్తం. మెటీరియల్ వరల్డ్కి వచ్చేసరికి ఇప్పుడు సెకండ్ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్, ఇది నారాయణ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్ ఉంది కదా, నారాయణ నుంచి మళ్ళీ ఇంకో క్వాడ్రపుల్ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్ వస్తుంది. ఇన్ దట్ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్ ఫ్రమ్ సంకర్షణ వన్ స్వాంస కమ్స్. మనం ఇప్పుడు మెటీరియల్ వరల్డ్ లో ఏ అవతారాలు అయ్యి విష్ణుమూర్తికి సంబంధించిన ఏం చూసినా కూడా ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇస్ స్వాంస. ఓకే, సో మెయిన్ 3 రిమెంబరెన్స్ ఏంటి? వాట్ ఆర్ ద 3 థింగ్స్ వి షుడ్ ఆల్వేస్ రిమెంబర్ బై సీయింగ్ దిస్ డయాగ్రామ్? స్వయం, తదేకాత్మ రూప అండ్ స్వాంస. అర్థమైంది 3? స్వయం, తదేకాత్మ రూప అండ్ స్వాంస. స్వాంస మీన్స్ వాట్? వాట్ ఎవర్ incarnations in this material world we see na, that is a part of what? Swamsa. Okay, don't get confused between swamsa and swayam. Swayam ante ekkada untadu mottham?
స్వయం అంటే టాప్ మోస్ట్.
Yes, goloka. Swamsa means what? Ekkada untadu? Where is this?
మెటీరియల్ వరల్డ్.
Yes. Okay, now tadekatma rupa means spiritual world lo ఆయన చేసే past times అన్నమాట అన్ని. ఇంత గుర్తుందా? స్వయం, తదేకాత్మ రూప, స్వాంస.
పర్ఫెక్ట్.
సో ఇప్పటి నుంచి భాగవతంలో కానీ చరితమృతలో కానీ స్వాంస అని వస్తే మీకు ఏం గుర్తుండాలా? ఎక్స్పాన్షన్స్ ఇన్ ద మెటీరియల్ వరల్డ్. ఓకే, స్వయం అనే పదం వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, ఏం గుర్తుండాలి? డైరెక్ట్
టాప్ మోస్ట్.
బస్ ఈ 2 గుర్తున్నాయంటే చాలు. తదేకాత్మ రూపం ఏంటంటే స్పిరిచువల్ వరల్డ్ అండ్ పాస్ట్ టైమ్స్ అనమాట.
సార్ అది విరజా రివర్ దగ్గర చూపించరా అండి? అది పిక్చర్ అది ఇటు సైడ్ విరజా రివర్ ఉంది ఇక్కడ, ఇటు విరజా రివర్ ఉంది. బ్రహ్మజ్యోతి
విరజా రివర్ తర్వాత నుంచి ఇక ఈ పార్షియల్ రియలైజేషన్ అందుకే అంటారు కదా బ్రహ్మజ్యోతి ప్లాట్ఫామ్ అనేది. స్టిల్ దే మే కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు మెటీరియల్ వరల్డ్ ఎట్ ఎనీ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైం. అది కూడా అండర్స్టాండింగ్ ఉంది కదా, అందుకే ఇవన్నీ కూడా.
సో ప్రభుజీ, ఇందాక ఒక పొరపట్లో విరజా రివర్ పైన సంకర్షణ పడుకొని ఉంటాడు అని అన్నాడు, అండ్ ఇట్స్ కారణోదక సాయి విష్ణు అని అన్నాడు. సో విరజా రివర్ అండ్ కారణ ఓషియన్ సేమా ప్రభుజీ?
సేమ్ మాతాజీ,
బట్ అక్కడ సంకర్షణ అని మెన్షన్ చేశారు. సో
డివోటీస్ అగైన్ సంకర్షణ నుంచే కదా వచ్చింది ఇదంతా.
మరి సెకండ్ క్వాడ్రపుల్ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్ సంకర్షణే కదా మాతాజీ.
అదే సో మనం అక్కడ సంకర్షణ అంటే వి హావ్ టు టేక్ కారణోదక సాయి ఫస్ట్ పురుష, రైట్?
అక్కడ నుంచి స్వాంస నుంచి వీళ్ళు ముగ్గురు వస్తారనమాట, కారణ, గర్భ అండ్ క్షీర.
అదే సో అక్కడ సంకర్షణ అంటే మనం వి హావ్ టు కన్సిడర్ హిమ్ యాజ్ కారణోదక సాయి విష్ణు అండ్ హీస్ లయింగ్ ఆన్ ద విరజా రివర్.
కరెక్ట్.
కాదు ప్రభుజీ, విరజా రివర్ లో మొత్తం అంతా మ్యూకస్ బ్లడ్ అట్లా ఉంటాయంటారు కదా ప్రభుజీ. ఇప్పుడు మనం వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు విరజా నది నుంచి వెళ్తుంటాం
వైతరిణి అనుకుంటా.
వైతరిణి
అది విరజ కాదు ప్రభు, విరజ గ్యాంజెస్ వస్తుంది విరజ నుంచి, చాలా ప్యూర్ అది.
ఓకే ఓకే, సో ఓకే, వైతరిణి నది మాతాజీ
అనుకుంటా ప్రభుజీ.
సో హ్యాపీ, ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ హ్యాపీ బై దిస్ డిస్కషన్?
ఎస్ ప్రభుజీ.
సో మళ్ళీ ఒక వారం తర్వాత అడుగుతాం మళ్ళీ, ఓకేనా? ప్లీజ్ బీ రెడీ. మళ్ళీ ఒక వారం రోజుల తర్వాత అడుగుతా. అన్ని మళ్ళీ ఇట్లే డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం, ఏముంది క్వశ్చన్ అండ్ ఆన్సర్ అయిపోతుంది కదా, 3-4 సార్లు చదివితే అయిపోతుంది. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. ఒక్కసారిగా మనం ఇది చదవలేదు ప్రభు, మనం ఒకసారి చేద్దామా? దీని పేరు ఏం పేరు? మన నారాయణ కవచం ఒక్కసారి చేయండి ప్రభు. మేబీ టుమారో ఆన్వర్స్ విల్ రెగ్యులర్లీ ప్రాక్టీస్ అగైన్.
ప్రభు నాకు టైం అయిపోయింది యాక్చువల్లీ.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే, దెన్ విల్ కంటిన్యూ టుమారో డివోటీస్. ఇట్స్ ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం.
సారీ ప్రభు.
వాంఛా
సారీ.
నో ప్రాబ్లం. వాంఛా కల్పతరుభ్యశ్చ కృపా సింధుభ్యశ్చ పతితానాం పావనేభ్యో వైష్ణవేభ్యో अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री चैतन्य चरितामृतम की जय, श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय. निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. See you all tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Nandavad pranam. కేసీ ఏది వెడ్నెస్డే నా ఈరోజు? యా, కేసీ వెడ్నెస్డే. కృష్ణ
Today
థర్స్డే.
Thursday.